gentlemen, we have the valedictory session featuring Kumari Selja ji, Honorable Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment, formerly Union Minister of Tourism, Government of India.
Shri Rajendra Kumar ji, Mr. Oberoi, Mr. Sherwani, all our friends from the northern region of Hirani. I know you must have had a very exhausting 2 days discussing various issues related to the hospitality industry, especially in our northern region, and especially in view of the challenges that you're facing. Whatever we dream of for future, whether it's near future, whether it's in a longer term perspective, it has to be grounded in what we are doing today. The hospitality industry has come a long way in our country. It's a very thriving industry, from small hotels, restaurants to bigger 5-star hotels, deluxe hotels. We have a broad range. But today I also know that you are faced with very peculiar kind of challenges. As far as the bigger hotels are concerned, the 5-star, 4-star hotels, seemingly they are doing very well. Because especially when you see the mega cities, the resorts, NCR, sometimes there may even seem to be a problem of plenty. So many rooms have come up in thousands, but one of the challenges will be whether you will have enough business for them in the coming times. I'm sure you would have pondered over this. Other very important issue related to hospitality industry is the tourism, visitors, and of course, most of all, is our infrastructure. When I was in tourism, and subsequently even today, whenever we talk of visitor experience, we always talk about our infrastructure, what is lacking, what is required. Again, we have come a long way in terms of network. Our airlines have done fairly well. We are better connected today. We have better airports in most of the cities. Our facilities have been upgraded. Even where railways are concerned, facilities are being upgraded every day. So, when we talk of hospitality industry, there are two kinds of visitors. One is, of course, when we cater to the foreigners, and the other aspect is domestic tourism. Today, the client, the visitor, the customer is very discerning. It's not what it used to be. Anyone was very happy to go, if at all, to a 5-star hotel and think that this is the best in the world, this is the best experience. But today people are traveling. They are traveling to different parts of the world. They are traveling to different kind of experiences even within our own country. And look at the media. They can see anything on TLC or any other channel. They know what the world has to offer. So in terms of quality, I think that also is a very big challenge. In terms of quality, all of us have to gear up. All of you will have to gear up. One of the issues lacking was also trained manpower. Every time this issue used to come up, that we lack trained manpower. Anyone who gets formal training immediately wants to work in a 5-star hotel. Those jobs are limited in number, can't be accessible to everybody. But what about the rest of the industry? Whether it's restaurants, and the most common thing that has been happening is with chefs or with anyone else, that one is poaching from another all the time. That will happen, of course, with the better people. But why can't the whole industry have access to better trained manpower? Every time I sit with any one of you, I'm always reminded, as my friends sitting on the desk, they reminded me a few minutes ago about Hunar Se Rozgar. That was one initiative we took when I was in tourism ministry. And I'm very happy to see that it has come a long way. It has become a huge success for most, maybe a little disappointing for some. Some issues which were unforeseen at that time may have cropped up. But I think all of you need to sit together amongst yourselves and with these boys and girls who come for training, get proper feedback from them, get inputs from them. It has been a success, and I'm sure it will be a bigger success in future, because there will always be a demand for these skilled people. If not trained in the sense of a year, 2-year, 3-year course, but at least they will have the basic skills for this industry. They can even go to other sectors, then they needn't stay in your sector. In restaurants or hotels, they can go out, work anywhere, because you have given them the basic skills, you have given them soft skills, and these are those people who are 8th pass, 10th pass, who wouldn't have thought of anything else. So you are really doing, I must say, a lot of work. It's to everybody's advantage. It's commendable. But also one of the issues that does come up from these boys and girls is that once in a while that we go for training and they make us wash dishes and they make us do these kind of things. I think you need to sit down with them, make it more transparent, tell them very clearly that for so many days you'll have to wash dishes, for so many days you'll have to do this, so that it's all there and they know what they're in for. And the other thing also, as I was discussing with my friends here, that, unless you are part of it, they are not going to respect you and you are not going to respect any worker. Like in industry, in any other industry that is happening, the culture is changing. The management people, they go and sit and eat with the workers. The management goes and works with them hands-on. What's wrong with a member of the management going to work to wash a few dishes? What's wrong with that? I was at a museum in England a few months ago, this summer, at the British Museum. And this was one challenge we used to face in our museums also, that it's very hands-off kind of a thing, that if I'm superior, I will just not mingle, I will not mix, I will not do this work, I will not do that work. And I was very happy to see that in the British Museum, they're all extremely well-qualified people, they are the best people, most respected. They were standing in the corridors, explaining. If anyone chose to ask them a question, they were very happy to answer, okay, this gallery is here, this is there. Nobody ever had this attitude that I am the director, or I am so-and-so. I think this also needs to change. The work culture has to change in our country. Till then, there won't be respect for each other's work or each other's job. So let us all put our heads together. This association, I really respect, both FHRAI and our Northern Region Association also. I have been with you earlier, and we do stay connected off and on. Some of you meet me, and I keep hearing news of the industry, and I'm very happy to do so also. And today you remembered me and invited me here. I'm grateful to you, Rajendra ji. Thank you very much that you thought of me. And I'm very happy to see that you have discussed many issues in these last 2 days, including Vastu. I know sometimes, it may sound that why are we injecting that, but you did a very practical thing, because I have known people waste so much money. A building comes up, so much investment has gone into it, and then they realize, no, this is not Vastu friendly. Like it or not, we may snigger, we may be skeptical, but many people do find that, they accept these things. So I'm glad you see the realities of what is there today on the ground, and you have discussed this and many other issues, culinary innovations, marketing. Obviously, marketing is a big, most important component of this whole industry, and many other issues. And I'm sure you're working in very closely with the ministry, because both have to work together and resolve each other's problems and anything else that may come up. And it's only together that the government and the industry, that only when you work together will all of us have a very bright future. My best wishes to all of you. I know many of you are innovators, many of you are really trying to reach out, work hard, but please keep up the Hunar Se Rozgar alive, and may it thrive. And, my best wishes to each one of you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.